Oh, okay. Randolph County and Spring Garden that will wind up a very busy Saturday, John.
Tommy, we were scheduled to start this game anyway at 9:30, had about an hour rain delay, and now we're going to kick off around 10:30 or so. We're going back to our regular format that we've had most of the day today, so this will be two 15-minute quarters in this game between 2A Randolph County and Class 1A Spring Garden. Two teams that made the playoffs last year in their respective classifications, and they are on the rise. Both of these programs on the rise, expecting even bigger and better things. I think that's the theme for Spring Garden and for Randolph County as they head into 2015.
You talk about Randolph County, tons of athletes, a lot of good ball players, expecting a lot this fall. The story of them in the spring, they played for the baseball championship in Class 2A on Thursday and Friday. According to their coaching staff, they've had 3 days together. And really, the baseball players have only practiced 1 day over the spring practice. So, really, they've not had a lot of time to get ready for an event like today.
Yeah, Coach Howard was telling me that he kind of talked with Coach Prestridge, and I think you're going to see this, the evidence of that in the game today, the way both games are playing. It's going to be on both sides very vanilla, very symptomatic. I think at the time of night that it is, I don't think you're going to see wide open, sling it, football, trick plays, that kind of stuff. These folks want to get home, but they want to play some football as well. And Spring Garden and Randolph County have been waiting all day to play some football, and finally it's here.
Yeah, you talk about Randolph County again. They're going to go with more of a spread offense here in 2015, but have not had a lot of opportunity to work on it. They'll just have to go based on what they've done last year because of the lack of time that they've had. Coach Prestridge, again, his third season. This is his second stint at Randolph County. He was the head coach there from 2001 to 2007. His total record at Randolph County, 66-38. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I played against, to tell you how old I am, or as how old Coach Prestridge is. We played against each other back in the day. He was a phenomenal kicker under Coach Ron Waters and a great athlete, and he has really taken this Randolph County program and has really built it up. And I think there are going to be some high expectations in the Big Weedowie world coming up this fall.
Yeah, and his son last year was a quality wide receiver. I saw this Randolph County team play last year when they came up to Rainbow City to take on Westbrook Christian. They had a very impressive win over there. John Mark Prestridge, number 18, he's a senior. He was a wide receiver last year, going to move to quarterback this year. And so he's going to be a one to really watch, and they've got an outstanding running back, Tommy. Number 33, Rico Hanna. This is as good of a football player at a running back as you're going to see in any classification. They have got a lot of good talent coming back off that team that went to the second round of the 2A playoffs, lost to Tanner at home. No, there's no problem with losing to a team like Tanner. And then Spring Garden, a team that also made the first round of the playoffs last year, and they made history last year because that first round playoff game was at home. They had never hosted a playoff game at home in Spring Garden history. Lost the game to Marion County, another powerhouse team in 1A. But these two teams are on the rise with a lot of returnees, and we're back to, in essence, kind of a live kickoff now as we go back to the original format that we've had there in the Spring Gridiron Challenge all day.
And that's something we've really not seen as an actual lineup and kickoff formation and kicking off, but that is Downey on the kickoff for the Spring Garden Panthers. And Randolph County will start at their own 25-yard line, going right to left. And as we said, you got a good quarterback there in Prestridge, good wide receivers, but the guy that makes them really go is that running back, Hanna. I think that he is a big key for the Randolph County Tigers. Rico Hanna back there in the backfield. He will get the first call on the right side, breaks a tackle, 30-yard line, bounces it outside. He's got to the 35 and close to the 40-yard line. Good run for Hanna as he comes out to the near side, and a gain of first down yardage for the Tigers.
Yeah, Hanna's one of those guys that we've talked about a lot of running backs today, Tommy, that have a combination of size and speed. Here's another one right here. Look at those moves. Look at the speed. Look at the power from Rico Hanna. This is probably one of the top running backs in 2A football in this state.
John Mark Prestridge, the quarterback. Two receivers to either side. He'll take the snap, throws it on the outside. The catch is made, and across the 45 to the 46, maybe the 47-yard line. Catch made on the outside. That is J.R. Roundtree, as he will go for a big gain there. Players to watch, you got Roundtree. You see him there listed as a tight end. Makes a good catch on that one. Rico Hanna, outstanding running back. He returns. And Spencer McCain, the offensive tackle, he is the guy that paves the way for Hanna in this offensive set. Second down 3.5 to 4 yards, and Prestridge going to roll out to the near side. Stops, throws it, catch is made, and that is first down yardage as he will find Roundtree for a big first down into Spring Garden territory to the 47.
Nice throw and catch once again. There's going to be a flag back here. I don't know if that's a hold or maybe a late hit on the quarterback. We'll see. Nice open field tackle by Ben Ivy of Spring Garden after the catch, but it's a hold on Randolph County. Hey, any penalty or miscue, I think we give Randolph County a mulligan on all of those tonight with basically 1 day to practice.
That's it. You look at it, and to be honest with you, this tells you what kind of athletes they are.
Yeah.
These first 3 plays, they look like $1 million when you think they were playing baseball 2 days ago.
Yeah, and really, the passing game, especially the short passing game, is timing. And that timing between quarterback and wide receivers looks pretty good here in this early going with only 1 day to practice.
After the big penalty, though, that moves it back inside the 30-yard line. It's about the 33. A couple of receivers either way. Prestridge back to pass. Going to throw it deep. Got his man down there. It's Roundtree. He makes the catch, and he's got first down yardage again inside the 45-yard line to the 42.
That's not a timing pattern, but very effective. Look at the arm on Prestridge. Launching that, a perfect strike, and a good route being run over there by Roundtree. Good connection. They were looking at a better than 2nd and 20, and now here they are with a first down after the big gainer from Prestridge to Roundtree. I think we'll see Prestridge from Roundtree. We'll hear that a lot around Wedowee this football season.
First down and 10 for the Tigers. Pitch to the left side. Hanna got the corner, 40-yard line, bounces outside 35-30, 25-20, near side, cuts it back at the 15. He'll take it down to the 10-yard line. Hanna with a great run as he got the corner on the option pitch from Prestridge. And as soon as he turned that corner, he showed his speed and, again, elusiveness, cutting back in and gaining an extra 5 yards.
Finally, linebacker Quentin Downey, who Jason Howard at Spring Garden is really high. Had a conversation with him playing defensive end over there, and he's really high on Quentin Downey. This was basically the all-region most valuable defensive player last year, and he's back for Spring Garden this year.
Prestridge back to pass, rolls right side, looking, now going to tuck it under and run. He's to the 5-yard line, cuts it inside, and will take it down to the 2. Good run by John Mark Prestridge as the Tigers get deep in the red zone against this Panther defense.
Good scrambling ability here from Prestridge. What is it about these quarterbacks that are coaches' sons? They just seem to have that instinct. They just have that something a little extra that a lot of quarterbacks don't have.
That time receivers covered, so able to scamper forward close to the goal line. Now handoff to Hanna. Hanna's hit once, but will walk in the end zone on the right side. That is a touchdown, Randolph County. Impressive drive by the Randolph County Tigers as Hanna will take it in from about 2.5 yards out. And the Tigers take the early 6-0 lead.
He came through the tackle there, big number 77, Sam Paris. Paris, as an offensive lineman, was first-team All-State Class 1A in offense, about 6'2", 285. And on defense that time, Hanna just shed him at the line of scrimmage and walked into the end zone.
Will Sledge on for the extra point, and he'll get that kick up and off to the left side. So 6-0 will be our score. 9:50 remaining here in this first period of play.
Very impressive opening drive by Randolph County. We were talking about the Tigers earlier today. You and I were talking about that region they're in, which through the years has always been top to bottom probably the toughest 2A region in this state. There's the Talladega Ford scoring drive, 9 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes, 45 seconds, really machine-like and moving down the field there. Just talk about that region. Ranburne out of that region last year was the class of that region, went to the state semifinals before losing to eventual state champion 5. But you're looking at Reeltown and Lynette and Lafayette and Woodland in that region. But I'll tell you, this Randolph County team, with what they've got coming back and what some of the other teams lost, this is I think a region title contender. And when you're a region title contender, Tommy, in that region, and you know it better than anybody, you're an instant state title contender as well. You're
definitely going to be in consideration for that because it is such a tough region. And Randolph County, we saw Ranburne a little bit earlier today. They look good. And this Tiger team, again, only operating on a couple of days' practice, looked extremely efficient on that last drive. Good kickoff there. Going to hit at the 10-yard line. Will roll into the end zone. And good fortune there for Spring Garden as they will take it and have it first down and 10. A good kick there by the number 4, Will Sledge, the junior for Randolph County.
So our first chance to look at Spring Garden on offense. The Randolph County offense looked good on their first drive. And this is a big, physical, impressive-looking Randolph County team. And they have got a big defensive front there, big linebackers, even in the secondary. They got some nice-sized guys out there. And I think we're waiting on – I don't know exactly what we're waiting on here. It looks like they're trying to decide where to place the ball. We've been playing it in a different format for the last 3 quarters. They were going to put it at the 20, but they decided to put it down at the 30-yard line.
Also, with the kickoff going in the end zone, the officials go, well, we hadn't done that all today, so what do you do? And so, the 30-yard line is where Spring Garden will start, first down at 10.
I think the rule has been all day long that regardless of where the ball is kicked to, you put it at the 30.
I backfield for Spring Garden. Their first offensive possession, handoff, second man through, and not a whole lot there, but falling forward.
Now, Spring Garden, this used to be how everybody played, but Spring Garden is the anomaly. They know they don't have the fastest guys in the world, even though Jason Howard says this will be the fastest team he's probably had out there. This is what they do. Ben Ivy at running back, Dakota Lambert, they're high on him. Sam Paris, the all-state offensive lineman, big number 77. They line up and they run the football. You're not going to see them throw it but a handful of times, and they just try to power it down your throat. We saw that on the first play, and here they come again.
Handoff up the middle, breaking a tackle, and trying to get outside is going to be Downey. He'll gain about a half yard, but it's going to bring up a third down, and we'll call it about 5.5 to 6 yards to go. Randolph County defense led by Rico Hanna. You see him offensively, linebacker. He's a great a great linebacker as well. Junior Roundtree. Again, same guys that you call out the offensive stars as he's on the defensive line. And Spencer McCain, big defensive lineman for the Randolph County Tigers. They are the ones to watch for Coach Pat Prestridge's squad. Handoff, second man through, trying to bounce it outside. Not a lot of running room there for Dakota Lambert because Rico Hanna tracks him down and drops him. He will pick up a couple and bring up fourth down, and we'll call it a long yard. But you see on the carry there, Lambert trying to come to the near side. Hanna just wraps those big arms around him and brings him down.
Spring Garden, hey, it's a spring game, and it's almost 11 o'clock on a Saturday night in the springtime. Fourth down and almost 2 yards to go. Panthers say, well, let's just go for it.
Why not? Panther offense comes to the line. Long snap count, then handing it on the left side, trying to bounce it, spins, cross 40, first down. Good, tough running by Quentin Downey will get the Spring Garden first down out to the 42-yard line.
I think we see why, one of the reasons why Jason Howard's so high on Quentin Downey. High on him as a linebacker, but not bad at running back, because that's a tough run right there to get a much-needed first down for the Panthers.
We'll move it out to the 42-yard line. Clock rolling with 5:20 remaining here in the first period.
And this is what we see from Spring Garden. I formation. Simple, 2 wide outs.
And you hand it off on the power sweep to the right side. And trying to get outside, but Dakota Lambert tracked down by McCain for the Tigers. Gain of a couple brings up 2nd and 8.
Jason Howard's philosophy is, and it's a good one at a school like Spring Garden, we're not the fastest guys, and we're probably never going to be the fastest guys, but we can get in the weight room, and I took a tour of their brand new weight room, and it is on par with Jacksonville State. Smaller, but as far as the nicety of it, it is on par with any weight room you'll see in high school. So their philosophy is let's get big, let's get strong, let's power up, shorten the game, and just run it down people's throats.
Sweep goes to the left side. That is going to be Jennings. Gets a little running room around the corner, and he'll bring it across midfield into Tiger territory to the 49.
Good blocking by the Spring Garden offensive line, getting some blocks out on the corner. Chase Jennings, simple, tall sweep out of the I formation. You don't get any more basic than that. A couple of good blocks out there. Picks up very close to 9 yards, about 1.5 yards short of the first down. That
time just outnumbering the defenders out on the flank and getting some good blocks. Now a big third down and a long yard for the Panthers. Ben Ivy, the quarterback, will take it, give it on the right side, first down yardage. And carrying the pile forward as he will get close to the 45-yard line. And a good tough run again by Quentin Downey. Picks up the first down for the Panthers.
One small change, actually it's a pretty big change that we've seen from the games earlier today, is we will be on a running clock. We had that not only in the round robin between Center Point and Munford and Paul Bryant, but we're going to see that for the 2 15-minute quarters here between Spring Garden and Randolph County.
And we'll move it close to the 45-yard line. I backfield once again behind Ivy. Rolls out to the right side, in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble, and he's going to be tracked down and dropped back at the 40-yard line.
That's why Spring Garden doesn't throw the football very often, Tommy. It's a great example right there. They've had positive yards moving the football, and the one time they try to pass it, disaster.
Yeah, just everybody all over. You see that Trent Lane leads the charges for Randolph County. He just had nowhere to throw the football, and Trent Lane able to track him down for the big sack there. So now you're facing second down and a long way to go for a first down.
And this is not Spring Garden's game to get way behind the sticks like this.
Ivy hands it off up the middle. Nothing doing there again. Goes to Downey. But that Randolph County defense all over that. McCain will bring him down in the backfield. And it's third down. And extremely long for Spring Garden. Needing to reach the Tiger 35-yard line for the first down.
And Spring Garden, this drive was a good drive. They were clicking together, kind of 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but they were clicking together first downs until that sack on that pass attempt.
Handoff right side. And chopped down in the backfield. Another stop by Rico Hanna. Hanna has been all over the field here in the first period, stopping Dakota Lambert in the backfield.
Rico Hanna, we hear a lot about him running the football, and that's for good reason. But we're seeing on defense, he's a pretty good linebacker as well.
Also, you get a good look there at Seth Hanna, probably a brother, as he will be on the stop there. And now it's punting time for Spring Garden, facing fourth down and forever. Randolph County, Spring Garden. High floating kick going to be fielded by Rico Hanna. Drops it, and they'll scramble for it, but it's not live anyway, so it'll be Tiger football starting at the 33-yard line, first down and 10.
Another slight change in the rules from what we had the previous three quarters is the fact the team's actually punting. The last time the last three quarters, they would just tell the official they wanted to punt, and they would give them 30 yards. This one, we're back to an actual punt.
And that's pretty much just left at the coach's discretion. They just decide before the game if they've had an opportunity to try to work on that, and so that's the benefit there between these two coaches, that they decided they would actually punt and kick off. So
I'm going to be real impressed with Pat Prestridge as a coach if he's been able to work on the punting game with 1 day of practice. He's going to impress the dog out of me.
Yeah, I guarantee you. Oh, look good on that first
they look good
drive,
today, so I don't put anything past them.
I tell you, they have been impressive here early. First down and 10 for the Tigers. Starting at the 37-yard line. Handoff right side, a little bit of a gap, bringing out close to the 40-yard line. That is Trent Lane. Yes, he will take it on the right side and pick up about 6 yards. Second down and 4. That may be the final play here in the first period. They will try to hurry to the line and get one more snap in. As two receivers go left, two go to the right. Back to pass. Prestridge got his man open. That is Seth Hanna on the catch, and he'll take it to the 49-yard line. Good throw and catch. And that is the end of one. As you look back at this, John Mark Prestridge delivering a good football right between the 3 and the 2. Seth Hanna gets what he can and goes down, covers that football up. Randolph County, an impressive start in this ball game, leading 6-0. And that is the end of the first. We will take a timeout. Tigers up by 6 over the Panthers. It's the finale of the Gridiron Challenge right here on TV 24. Good look at the Randolph County cheerleaders there, showing off the arms, throwing out those T-shirts. John, that has been a big hit all day long, as they get the spirit up over there for Randolph County. Good kickoff there for for Randolph County, and Spring Garden will start at deep in their own territory. But I tell you what, John, we talked about the T-shirts, man. Thanks to all the sponsors who make that possible. That is such a cool thing.
Just like during football season with our Pigskin Roundup touchdown T-shirts, Dr. Clinton Ray, Dr. Jeffrey Waller, and the folks with Coors Sports Medicine, and also Robert Smith, who you heard here earlier throughout the day with awards to remember, making those T-shirts possible and throwing those out here all during the morning, afternoon and night. We've been throwing those out here at JSU, and don't worry, we'll have touchdown T-shirts coming into your stadium this fall on the Pigskin Roundup.
Handoff up the middle. Good gain on first down across the 40, breaking a tackle and bouncing out of there. Rico Hanna able to bring him down, but a good run by Quentin Downey into Tiger territory at about the 41-yard line.
29-yard run by Quentin Downey, and we continue to be impressed by Downey. This guy is a football player. I was expecting it from Downey on defense, but I was not expecting what we're seeing on offense from young Mr. Downey.
Yeah, very good run there, breaking those tackles. Took a couple of wallops, but just bounced off and kept the legs moving. Now Spring Garden on the move at the 42-yard line.
After that last drive, I'm not sure we're going to see Spring Garden try another pass.
I'm thinking you're probably right. Handoff on the right side. Not a lot there for Dakota Lambert. But folks, we mentioned awards to remember. Let me tell you something from experience. I've worked with Robert Smith this week. I am the coach of a baseball team, and we're getting our awards from Robert and the folks at Awards to Remember. Price is very good, and also a great selection as well. So check with them if you're looking for trophies, plaques, anything of that nature. You can get in touch with them and check them out at Awards to Remember and find out more about that. Second down at about 7. On the option to the right side, it's going to be hit as Ivy as he will struggle forward for about a yard, brings up 3rd and long.
Spring Garden is not the toughest team to defend as far as scheme-wise, X's and O's, and knowing what they're going to do. But especially if you have a smallish team on defense, and even Randolph County, with the size they have, having some problems. And what happens is, Tommy, when a team can effectively run the ball and they keep getting first down after first down, they start nickeling and diming you to death and getting 3 and 4 yards here, and then it's another first down. It wears the defense down, and you get frustrated on the defensive side.
You do, because it just seems like every time you turn around, they're moving the chains, and that gets very frustrating for a team defensively. Sweep to the left side, gap to the 30-yard line, and a good run over here on the near side. That is Chase Jennings. More of the speed back for Spring Garden. And he's able to get the first down. Tell us about Jason Howard, John.
Jason Howard, 2 times he's been at Spring Garden. He was at Spring Garden, went for a couple of years back to his alma mater at Ohatchee, came back to Spring Garden. He tells me he's here to stay. They hosted a first-round playoff game for the first time ever last year. And Spring Garden, really, he's got the program in maybe the best shape that it's ever been in school history. They started playing football back in 1969 out at Spring Garden, and this is really, I think, the height where the program has been in over 40 years, where they are right now, and they're expecting another great season and another playoff berth. That's the expectation up at Spring Garden. That was not always the case.
And off on the right side, bouncing off and carrying the pile forward inside the 20-yard line. Still moving the pile. Great run by Quentin Downey of Spring Garden, but we've got a flag back in the area of holding.
Tommy, you know as well as I do, in the 1A level of football, Spring Garden's going to be a tough team to handle.
They are. You can see that right now. They execute very well. They've got several good runners. The line looks good. And I tell you, it's going to be a tough opponent to handle, as you said, coming up in 2015.
A hold in the middle of all that scrum, so they'll come back out to the 32-yard line. We're going to see the hold coming up here. There's all kind of white jerseys in there, a lot of contact, and there's the hold. Pretty clear. Yeah,
right there in the middle, you got number 54, and that is Corey Williams just trying to get a little gap for his runner, and gets caught with a hand on the jersey. Handoff left side and hit. Wow. As he is bolted over here. Quentin Downey stopped, and the defender had a full head of steam and just unloads on him when he gets there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down now for this Panther offense. 3rd, and we'll call it about 16 yards to go.
And that's something that Jason Howard and Pat Prestridge have in common. He's another guy that was at Randolph County, left, went over to Walker County, coached for a few years, came back again. So here's a guy that's also at his second stint at RCHS.
Sometimes no place like home. Sweep to the right side, trying to get to the corner, but not able to get there this time. On the carry, Chase Jennings. And he will be knocked down across the way. And actually, that was only 2nd down. So 3rd down coming up for this Spring Garden offense.
And the Randolph County, a good job that time. This is the first time they've really been able to get Jennings spread, string him out sideline to sideline. The last couple of times he's carried the ball, he's been able to turn that corner and pick up some yards. This time they string him out and knock him down for basically about a no gain.
So 3rd down and 15. Coach Jason Howard said, let's get a timeout and talk about this. Clock will stop with 9:20 remaining here in this period. 6-0. It's Randolph County leading over Spring Garden. You look at the coach there, Pat Prestridge, 3rd year in his 2nd stint at Randolph County. Has put a great career together at Randolph County, 66-38, back at his alma mater. And again, he has really taken this team the last couple of years, John, and built this program right back to where it was back when he played back in the mid-'80s. And then they had a good run, a state championship back in the 90s. And again, he has really done a great job with this Randolph County program.
Kind of strange to see 2 head coaches both in their 2nd stints at a school. We don't see that very often where a guy is out of school, leaves, and then comes back to that same school, but that's happened with both Jason Howard and Pat Prestridge.
Big 3rd down play for Spring Garden as they'll come to the line. Ivy moves up under center. He's got Jennings back behind him, 3rd and long. Ivy back to pass, throws the slant. It's too high, incomplete. And the Tigers will force a 4th down play here. That time just a quick hitter over there on the near side, and receiver was open momentarily. Ivy throws it a little bit high, and you see it right there. It just goes through the hands. And now 4th down at about 15. Clock rolling, 8:50. And the ball sitting just outside the 30 at about the 31-yard line. So big 4th down play. Play clock now down to 8 rather. As Ivy will come up under center. Split outs either way with a split backfield behind him. It's 4th down and long. Ivy back to pass. Going to throw it in the end zone. Got a man momentarily, but it's going to be intercepted. To the 5 to the 10-yard line, 15 going to the far sideline. He may have a running room over there. Gets a block, cuts it back, 40-yard line, and out to the 45-yard line. Intercepting that football is going to be number 2 for Randolph County, and that is Andrew Prestridge, the freshman. He's playing center field back there, waiting on the throw from Ivy. And Andrew Prestridge climbs the ladder. Most time coaches want you just to knock it down so you can get good field position, but Andrew Prestridge had a chance to get a great return and brings it almost out to midfield, John.
Tommy, what's that old saying about when you throw the football, 3 things can happen and 2 of them are bad? I think Jason Howard tonight he's saying, guys, that's a true quote. Look what's happened to us.
And that's the thing is when you see Spring Garden operating on all cylinders, they're really getting it done on the ground. And as we looked at that, you see the 2 times they go back to pass, they had a huge sack. And then that last time, a big interception. And Randolph County takes over leading 6-0. 7:39 left here in this period. The Tigers up 6-0. This is the Gridiron Challenge right here on TV 24. Randolph County leading by a score, 6-0 over Spring Garden. 7:39 remaining. Tiger football. Handoff from Prestridge. A lot of running room to the near side. 40, 35. Taking it all the way down inside the 35, down to the 32-yard line for Randolph County. And that is going to be Latavius Poole on that carry.
Nice looking running back as well with a big gain for the Tigers.
Showed some speed. You see it right here. Able to turn that corner. And the thing you're seeing from both he and Rico Hanna as well is they will deliver a blow when they collide with those defenders. 1st down and 10. Handoff left side. Trent Lane got the corner. 30, 25. Slides down after picking up a 1st down, and he'll take it inside to about the 21-yard line. Another big gain. The Tigers getting chunks of real estate on the ground here.
Big chunks. The first drive was really the passing game. Now it's the running game. Already almost with just 2 big running plays. Randolph County almost into the Spring Garden red zone.
Again at quarterback, Andrew Prestridge, freshman. As he'll take it, drop back to pass, throws it in the flats, climbing the ladder, making the catch. inside the 15 and taking it down to about the 12-yard line. Reception there, Matthew Moat, the junior, as he'll bring it in for another good gain.
Jason Howard was telling me earlier this was a 2-year agreement with Spring Garden and Randolph County. Last year they played out at Spring Garden in a spring jamboree, and that was a game where Randolph County won 28-0. This game was going to be down in Wedowee this year, and Coach Prestridge made the decision, hey, let's play at Jack State, and we're glad they did.
Absolutely. Tigers, low snap there, and piling back on it is going to be Andrew Prestridge. Check that, another quarterback in the ball game there, as number 12, Brody Wortham, in there at quarterback. Let's check out Gerhardt. He's got something for us down on the sideline. What you got, buddy?
Interesting way that Randolph County signals in their play call. They call the formation that gets the personnel in. You're seeing the board go up. That board has 3 numbers on it. 1 for the linemen, 1 for the backs and receivers, 1 for the quarterback. So that number is 136. Everybody looks at their band. 1, 3, and 6 tells exactly what they're supposed to do on that formation. So it's a little bit different from signaling in. We've seen everything from big boards to small boards, and that play, whatever 136 is, worked for a touchdown for the Randolph County football team as they get back on the scoreboard. But an interesting way that this team calls their plays. They call it by virtue of the board telling the players what to do on each level of the positions, whether it be the linemen, the backs and receivers, and the quarterback as well. Interesting play calls there for Randolph County.
Well, I tell you what, instead of the dry erase markers, I might use a permanent one on that one, because that is a great play on the outside. Prestridge throwing to Dante Davenport. A couple of freshmen hooking up right there. Davenport with a great move, taking it in the end zone, and Randolph County leads 12-0. Extra point coming up. Will Sledge comes up and he knocks it through. 13-0. Randolph County leading. Great offensive execution. And let's, again, stand in amazement that this team has only had a couple of days to practice.
Yeah, this is going to be they're going to have a really good season. As a matter of fact, I was talking with Coach Howard the other day, and I made the remark to him, and he agreed that this will be the best football team Spring Garden will probably play in the regular season. And so he's going to get a good measuring stick tonight of where his football team stands. They won't see anybody in Class 1A, especially in the region they're in, that's any tougher than Randolph County. Talladega Ford's scoring drive, 6 plays, only 55 yards. Most of that on the ground, except for that last touchdown pass, 3 minutes and 9 seconds. And all that Gerhard described, I'll tell you, Tommy, I am not smart enough to do that. I couldn't figure that out for anything.
Yeah, I'll tell you, to figure out all the numbers. You and I talked earlier today, not really numbers guys. Good kickoff, taking it about the 10-yard line. So, again, Sledge puts a good toe into it, and Spring Garden will take over offensively.
First thing I'd have to figure out is, okay, what position am I? Now, which number is that up there? And then what is number 3? And what does number 3 do? And what play is 3? I'd be totally lost.
Yeah, and I tell you, that again, that just makes it so impressive that they've been able to accomplish what they've done here tonight. And really, we've seen teams that have had a full slate that have not has been efficient as we've seen this Tiger team.
So here comes Spring Garden, probably the last possession for Spring Garden. I doubt they throw the ball, but we'll see.
High backfield behind Lucas Ivy as he will take it, leave it with the first man through, but defensive line for Randolph County all over that one. No gain, brings up 2nd and 10.
Hey, our crew, we're going to show you some of our crew here. Mike Hathcock, our director out there, was informing me earlier that we have now been on the air just today, over 14 hours on the air, Tommy. Mm-hmm. The crew has been here for over 17 hours today, and this crew has also been here on Thursday and Friday for spring jamboree games, over 12 hours each of those days. Hard-working crew here at TV 24 to bring you all of these spring jamboree games. We have had basically over the last 3 days, there's some more of our guys, 30. Daniel Castaneda there with 30 teams playing what, how many games have we played? We played about 20 more. Jason Whitfield there. Let's see, 8 and 13 is how many? 21 games?
That's it.
21 games in 3 days. There's the caveman, Tony Castaneda.
The legend. Yeah, that's exactly right. Carrying that camera 14 hours, 17 hours, it all runs together. But I tell you what, this crew, you can't beat them. They do such a phenomenal job. And I'm just, again, thank you guys for letting me come up and be a part of this huge day, and tremendous guys to work with.
Spring Garden now with a 4th down and 3.
13-0 our score, and how about that?
That's the high end zone guy up there giving us a wave.
Yeah, I saw the rain coming and went ahead and built the tent and covered up. Good job.
These high end zone guys can't leave. Chris Johnson up in the high end zone here at Burgess Snowfield.
Ivy on the carry there, can't get a block. And Spring Garden will turn it over on downs with about 38 seconds left.
That's not counting the guys in the truck.
Right.
And those guys have been working not just the days of the game, but they've been working a long time, you know, days in advance to get ready. Two trucks here tonight. This is a big production. And I'll tell you, one of the things about our crew that not only works these games, that works our basketball games, that works Pigskin Roundup. The thing I always see is they love football.
That's
and they
it.
love what they're doing, and they have a passion for what they do. And that shows, I hope it shows to you at home in all the sports broadcasts that we bring you here on TV 24.
Coach Pat Pressure's trying to get one more playoff. Will not happen for him as the clock hits triple zeros and 13-0. Randolph County going to get the win and have looked very impressive here tonight, John. And I tell you, Spring Garden, though, I'm going to go ahead and say it, they're going to have a great year.
I think Randolph County is going to be a contender for a region championship. I think this is a definite playoff team, and they could go even further than they went last year in the playoffs. And I think we can say the same thing about Spring Garden. I think Spring Garden's going to challenge for a region championship, definitely a playoff team. I think we may see the Garden advance even further in the playoffs than they did last year. There's going to be 2 football teams again. I think, like we've seen with a lot of these teams today, that we're going to be talking about come playoff time in November.
That's the thing. You see the teams that come out here, and you only get to practice so many days in the spring and have an opportunity there to try to advance and just look efficient out here tonight. And that is one of the teams right there. Both of these are going to bid for some great years. And let's see, Gerhardt getting everybody together down there. We're going to try to get the coaches and have a little quick interview. There's Coach Pat Pressure's making his way over, and Jason Howard as well. So we'll let Gerhardt tell us when he's ready, and we'll get this interview here and find out exactly the coaches' thoughts, if they played as well as what we think they did, and we'll let them take it away. Gerhard, what you got, buddy?
Thank you very much. Yes, I am in with Coach Prestridge as well as Coach Howard. We'll start with you, Coach Prestridge. Talk about the spring overall, the way your guys played, and then the way they came out and showed today.
Well, I mean, we haven't got a lot of days of practice because of baseball. We've been, played in the playoffs, and it really didn't get a lot of days in. Our total 9 days in, and then 10 days kind of the jamboree right here. But, our guys worked hard this summer. I mean, not summer, this fall and this spring, from January to May. And done well, but we still got a long ways to go. A lot of rust to get off. But, it's good to come play at Jack State. And I just wish we had more time to play and got more guys in. But it was worth it. It's a once in a lifetime for those kids.
Absolutely. You talked about the long road to go. Talk about some of the things that are part of that road and ways that you want to see this team get better.
Well, last year we made second round and we lost about 11 seniors. So we got some rebuilding to do, some key spots. Got to find some linemen and all to replace some linemen and quarterback positions. So, but those guys respond well, and we'll just move on and hopefully everything will piece together and do well this fall.
Good deal. We'll keep you right here for a second as we turn to Coach Howard. Coach, talk about the spring overall, the way you guys came out today, and the assessment of everything since January.
I think we had a pretty good spring overall. They've worked hard in the weight room. Like I said, I felt like it was a very positive spring. I feel like we got a long way to go, of course, but it was something positive to come out here, play at Jack State. They got great facilities here, and, of course, we're just right down the road, so it was good for our fans and our kids to get to come here and play. We appreciate that opportunity. Play against a class program like Randolph County. Anytime you can step up and play against that type of competition, it'll help you. We don't see nobody like that in our region, so getting to play against that will definitely benefit us down the road.
Talk about everything that goes on in the next couple of months as you get ready for fall camp and then for the season opener.
We got to hit the weight room hard. I mean, we're not going to be real fast. I mean, that was there, so we're a power football team. So, we got to get a lot stronger. we got a core nucleus coming back off last year's team. Of course, last year's group, we end up in that weird three-way tie for region, hosted playoff game. Got beat by Marion County, and we expect to go a little further this year. And we've talked about putting it on our offensive line, and them guys got to get in the weight room and work. That's bottom line. They got to get in there and work, and I honestly believe they will.
I do too. Thank you very much, Coach, for a very, very good showing from both of your teams, Coach Prestridge and Coach Howard. Both of your teams are waiting at midfield for the final prayer. We'll let you get with them. Guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Gerhard. Another great job there on the sideline. And, John, starting to wind things down here. And I know a lot of folks are ready for us to wind things down. But what a great day of football.
It really was. And this is not that late. You look at some of the college football games, they go on to 11, 12 of midnight at night. So this is not too bad.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break here. Randolph County gets that win 13-0. Back to wrap things up at Burgess Snowfield from the Gridiron Challenge right here on TV 24. Back at Burgess Snowfield, Tommy Wood along with John Holder winding things down here after a successful Jamboree day here on the Gridiron Challenge. And, John, we saw a lot of great effort today, saw a lot of teams that we really think will benefit from being out here today, because I think the fall looks bright for a lot of these teams.
We saw a lot of great football teams today. The season is just around the corner, literally. We're working on our Pigskin Roundup magazine. That'll be coming out in August. And you set your calendars. Friday night, August 21st, 10:30. Pigskin Roundup returns for season number 12 here on TV 24, and we're going to have a great summer counting down the days to Pigskin Roundup and the start of high school football. Got today underway and finished up here tonight, but more football, of course, coming your way this fall. Can't wait to be a part of it. And again, we appreciate you watching the Gridiron Challenge right here on TV 24.